Hello everybody, welcome back to War Thunder. In today's video we're going to be going after the premium tank, the Cruiser Grant 1, which you can only unlock by buying the Steel Generals pack specifically for this tank. And that not only unlocks the tank, but you also get a few other bonuses, including the ability of getting into closed beta testing of American ground forces, which as you can tell I don't have a whole lot of at the moment. So visually speaking, this tank is a whole lot similar to the M3 Lee. However, there are a few differences, namely speaking with the large caliber cannon, it doesn't have this sort of like pouch thing on it, and also the turrets are completely different. The one in the M3 Lee is much more rounded, and also it has this. It has like a top hat that doubles up not only as a machine gun, but also extra swag, so that you can impress all the female tankers out there, of course. But anyway, so the Grant doesn't have that top hat, so no swag for it, but also has a much more, I don't know what you call this kind of shape, oval kind of shape of a turret, which has actually some structural differences. For example, if we go into the armor values, you'll notice that this thing has 76.2 millimeters of armor on the front, whereas if you go in the M3 Lee, it has 50.8 millimeters. Just means that the Grant is a whole lot hard to penetrate. Now, one thing you might notice when you look at the armor values of these tanks, it's like the chassis is like red and red over here, and it looks really hard to penetrate. But when you go on the Grant, all of a sudden these are like green colors, and you might think to yourself, oh wow, that might be much easier to penetrate, so the M3 Lee must be overall better. That's not the case, because armor values are all relative to each other. Anything that is red is very, very thick. So for example, this is 76.2 millimeters. This over here, the main frontal plates, are around 50 millimeters, and that's exactly the same as the M3 Lee. These armor values are exactly the same. The only reason that the color differences are different is because it's all relative. Since this value up here is a lot larger, then these ones seem lesser, and that's why the colors are kind of different. So in terms of actual abilities and statistics with this tank, this thing has a BR of 2.7, which is actually not too bad. That means it's quite a low BR at tier 2. It's one of the lower ones. It's a medium tank, which means you can get artillery, which is always awesome. You also have two cannons that you can work with, one being a 75 millimeter and also one smaller, that is the 37 millimeter that's on top over here. It also is mounted on the rotatable turret, so this one up here can actually rotate 360 all the way around, whilst this larger caliber gun is kind of into a locked position. It's not as flexible, it can't rotate in full 360 degrees. I don't even know how it would do that. Anyway. Also, in terms of the speed, 39 kilometers per hour maximum speed, that's pretty damn decent. That's not bad at all. So when you're actually taking on this thing, there are a few places where you should aim. You should try to avoid the front armor if possible, because that's going to be possibly some of the hardest places to actually penetrate, because of the angled slopes. Means you'll be facing against about 60 millimeters of effective armor. So the places that you should aim is either for the large caliber gun over here, which has about 40 millimeters effectiveness, or you should aim for the weak spots on top of the turret, not exactly around it, because that's where it's strongest, but in the weak spots where the cannon is, and also that viewport. As you can see, it's about 40 millimeters effectiveness right there. Or you can come in from the side and aim straight into this portion right here. Again, around 40 millimeters of effective armor. And if you happen to do that, then you'll get the following kills, most likely. If you shoot into the gun, then chances are, the large one anyway, you'll kill the following crew members here that are working with the gun. If you shoot into the turret, weak points, you'll probably kill the guys up here. And if you shoot in from the side, you're more likely to hit the driver along with some other loaders. You're probably likely to hit everything, to be honest. So those are the places that you should aim for when you're going for this thing. Now, before we actually head off into a match, which I'm really excited about, I need to show you guys something. So here we are test driving the Grant. Now, the thing that I wanted to show you was the thing about having two guns at the same time. As you probably know, by having two guns, when you fire all at once, both cannons will shoot at the same time and they'll reload at different rates. You can see that by the fact that there's a small little circle at the top of the reticle, and that's the other cannon being reloaded. In fact, that's the larger one. Now, what you might not know is the fact that the aim is different for both of these. For example, if I use my smaller caliber gun, this is where I'm aiming at right now. If I use my larger one, that's where I'm aiming at right now. Notice the difference, the slight difference from this range of both of my guns. Alright? This is actually much more noticeable when you fire them separately. So if I could aim exactly at this tank, let's use the smaller caliber gun first. Boom, I hit him directly. Now I use this larger one, and the displacement is completely off. Alright? So if you can imagine, if you're using both at the same time, they're going to be going completely different directions. Now the question is, how can I switch between the two when there's no default keys for that? Well, what you do is you go into controls, you go into tank control, and I've set it up like the following. Selecting your primary weapon, which is a rotatable turret at the top, the smaller caliber gun, I've set that to Q, my secondary is E, and I reset it by pressing R so that I'm using both of them at the same time. One thing that you'll also have to do is go into full real controls and remove the buttons, remove the hotkeys for cruise control up and cruise control down, because you'll notice that those are both set to Q and E. And if you don't remove them, then you'll find it really, really annoying, because every time you try to switch your guns, either you'll engage into a cruise control forward at around 50 kilometers an hour, or you'll go into cruise control backwards. So that would be just very annoying. So that's why you should probably remove those if possible. And so what I'd really recommend is using your guns separately, and actually you can use them in different situations. For example, if you're on an urban map and you're at a crossroads, for example, you can have one of your guns, say the smaller caliber gun, facing off to the side, so if anyone flanks you, you could instantly start shooting them. And you could also have your larger caliber gun facing forwards. I've actually screwed that up. Hold on. Let me get this one. So this one's pointed that way, and now this one I can use separately. So as you can see, I can switch between the two, and it's just absolutely amazing. I'd really, really recommend using both of these cannons at the same time if you're close quarters against another target, because then there's not much range difference, and then you can just fire straight away into that target close range. Boom, you know, no problem. It's gonna hit around the same place. So just before we get into a battle here, I'm going to try to lower my BR as much as possible, because the battle rating on the Grant is 2.7, which is actually quite low for tier 2. However, I really don't want to come against KVs. So that's why I'm trying to lower it as much as possible. Hence why I've got the 2.0 with the gun carriage over here, and 1.3 for everything else. What basically battle rating does in order for it to work, I'm not going to fully explain how it works, but it averages out your top 3 BRs, and there's also a limit of how much you can go down as well. I'm not going to fully explain it because, you know, there's quite a bit of detail, and you could make a whole video on that yourself. But I'm going to try to lower it as much as possible so that I don't specifically take on KVs. And that's because this tank is much more of a frontal tank. As in, you're not going to, like, you know, rush up behind somebody or come up from their side or something like that, like a BT7 would, or a T50, and just do circles around them. Not quite. This thing is just much more frontal, and so that's why I really want to take on weaker opponents if possible. I'm going to take it in full ammo because this thing has a pretty damn fast reload rate. So I use up shells quite fast, and that's why I'm going to go with full ammo. And hopefully they won't be able to knock me out instantly with an ammo rack shot. That would just suck. But here we go. Alright, let's take a look if there's any KV-1s. Nope. Not that I see. It looks like my battle rating thing did work. Nice. I've got a pretty damn good matchup. That's what I'm talking about. Trying to lower that BR. Oh shit. Gun carriage, gun carriage, gun carriage, gun carriage. There we go. Nice. So the thing that you really have to make sure that you do right was that thing that I showed you in that tutorial. I think because it took so long to show you guys that, I'm probably going to do only like one game today. And plus I have to stream soon. So when you switch between the two gun views, check this out, right? This is the top cannon. Now I use, what the fuck? Move KV. Hello KV on my team. Right. When I use the primary cannon, the one on top, and then I switch over to the right one, you'll notice that there's a displacement between the two. The one on top is more to the left, the one on the bottom is more to the right. Okay, so here we go. This is going to be a bit risky as balls. The one that I'm going to try focus on using is my bottom cannon, my large caliber one, because that's where I'm going to be doing most of my damage from. It's the biggest one. It's explosive, just does a lot of damage, alright? Boom! One shot into there. And now left side. Boom! Gone. Alright. Ooh, I can see a little bit of this Panzer. Hello there, Panzer. See, and now when I look at my top cannon, it's just like in a completely different direction. There we go. Got a bunch of guys. Now a bit to the left. That should get... Yeah, that's him gone. Nice. Now, I really don't want to cap the point. I'm going to try to at least make sure my teammates move in first before I go in. And the reason for that is because I don't want to be flanked in this thing. Because this thing is literally just... Oh, here we go. This is a good example of how I can take on a... Oh, shit. I should aim more in towards the middle. Boom! Did I kill any guys? I did some damage. Fuck! He got some of my dudes. Alright. There's two guys there, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna drop fuckloads of artillery. And he's dropping artillery on me as well. Let me turn on my internal toggle tool. My internal toggle tool is not working! No! No way! It's actually not working. Gaijin, did you patch my internal toggle tool? Oh, I can't believe it. They might have. Oh god. I'm gonna have to dedicate a finger to actually holding this down. That sucks. Alright, so a number of my guys in my top cannon were killed. That's bad. But at least I killed somebody with my artillery. On the right hand side. Right hand side. Bright hand side. The bright side of things. Yes, the bright hand side. Oh shit. Hello. Oh god, my gun. It's mucho damaged. Right, I'm gonna have to do something very awkward here. Very, very awkward. I'm going to have to drop some artillery down the lane. And if he comes this way, oh god, this could be really awkward. Because I'm facing towards the enemies right now. My ass is literally facing towards the enemies. Go T-50. Be brave. Oh god, did I put the artillery in the wrong direction? I think I might have. Fuck it. Let's aim. No, it's not firing! No! My gun is damaged, that's why. I need to repair this thing. Alright, repairing, starting soon. Oh god, this is bad. This is bad. What about my other cannon? Let's see what it's like. Hello. Fuck. Oh god. It's a Sherman, dude. There's not much I can do in this situation. Yeah, I'm just asking to get killed. I was literally just asking to get killed. Alright, so I'm going into another game now, and oh god, there's even more Shermans. So that game I was worried about KV-1s, which there actually really wasn't many. There was like one on our team. I didn't see any on the enemy team. But you can't really predict when a Sherman's gonna appear out of nowhere. Because I was kind of like on my side of the front line, and then a Sherman like comes up from behind, sort of thing, or from the side. Now that's just weird. That's just strange when that happens. So... yeah, unfortunately Sherman just absolutely owned me. There's not much I could have done. My crew members were nearing dead. And yeah, I just got screwed. I wonder if I could aim at somebody and shoot them from here. Alright. Bonsai! Nope. No luck. And plus using... wow. Wow! M13 destroyed by M4A1. That's pretty funny. I have a feeling they probably collided with each other. You know, there's one thing that I noticed that's different between this game and also World of Tanks, is that, holy shit, people are killing each other like mad on the enemy team. It's the fact that, you know, when you like start in World of Tanks around and people are sort of like getting each other's way because they're trying to get to different locations and they end up ramming each other or bad driving, whatever. In World of Tanks, people will like instantly shoot at each other and like kill each other and whatnot. In this game, they tend to refrain from that, actually. That's what I've noticed anyway. They tend to not actually shoot each other at the beginning. Maybe that was an exception to the rule with those guys there. Hey ho. It is what it is. Alright, I'm gonna take up position here. There's an M4A1 right up there. Oh god, he's pulling artillery down. No, what are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? Freaking tank, dude. I'm going into my artillery view and it's just like moving around. Let's hope that the artillery does not land on me. And that's the Sherman that's being annoying. So I'm going to drop some artillery on him. Don't know if it's going to hit. The thing is, I don't try to put down artillery from a long distance because it's least accurate. But, oh god. Don't hit, don't hit. I'm hoping that being slightly up here on the bridge won't actually hurt me. I don't know how that's going to help, but maybe it will. But his shots are going to be inaccurate as well because he put down his artillery from so far away. Now this is very, yeah, I'm in a really stupid position now because I can't really do much since the whole entire enemy team is right on the front line right there. So, yeah, pretty fucking awkward, actually. Alright. So, although I can't really use my... What the hell are you doing, Stuart? Oh my god. Oh well. Bonsai! I am gonna use my big or small caliber gun to shoot at tanks. I love how it just disappeared. What the hell is this? World of Tanks? Where things just disappear if you don't actually see them? Dude, he was right there in front of me! What the absolute fuck? He's right there! I love how I can't see him with this guy. My top guys. My top gunners and whatnot. Look at this bullshit. Look at this absolute crap. Okay, artillery, much. Dude, it's so awkward right now. I can't move back. I can't try to get out of the way because I will be killed. Because there's literally no cover for me to work with here. At least the artillery's not actually laying down and killing me. Oh, great. So they spawn right there? What the actual hell, dude? Yes, come on, enemies. Bring it on. I'm literally putting up a resistance. Little resistance. Okay, I'm gonna drop artillery right at the base of the bridge on their side. Because I think they are charging. Okay, we have a charger. Aim, fire! He's gone. Nice. More artillery. Don't stop. Don't stop. Fuck you! Oh shit! Oh no! Not this bitch. Okay, let's aim for that. Critical hit. Nice, got both of the loaders. Now it needs to aim a bit more here, maybe? Oh no, he's dead. Shit! They're charging! Oh god, they are charging! They're literally just charging in, dudes. Oh my god, I foresee that my end might be coming soon. I'm gonna aim, I'm gonna blast him shotgun style right into BT. Fuck! Don't kill steal! I am literally, like, I don't even know. I am the barricade that's preventing them from moving in. I guess it's awesome. Sort of. Except I'm taking all the damage now. Holy absolutely shit. Where was my team? My team was like non-existent actually. My team was not there. So well guys, that is the Grant. Those weren't actually particularly amazing games at all. And the reason why was, I think my team actually let me down, to be honest. The first game, my team was not protecting the flank, so whatever. And the second game, I don't even know where the hell my team was to prevent that rush. But I guess that on the positive side, it kind of shows you what capabilities this tank has. I stopped a T-34 and a bunch of other tanks from fully crossing, at least as long as I possibly could have. That was the best that I could have done. This thing is like a roadblock, and that's probably the best that you're going to get out of it. Well, I'm sure you could actually get better games, but it really depends down to what happens as well. I was in kind of an awkward position there. Anyway, guys, that is it for this episode. The question that I'm going to ask you guys for today is, what tank or plane do you want me to do a video of next? Because I have many tanks, many planes. I don't have every single one of them, but feel free to suggest one that I may have. Until next video, guys, I'll catch you next time.